Hello there folks, welcome to another Train Sim World 2 video. Today we're going to take a look at the latest release for the game, built by Dovetail Games themselves and none of their second-party devs. This is called the Tharandter Rampe, Dresden to Chemnitz. It is $29.99 unless you got the, which doesn't really matter now, unless they still have it, the pre-order price, which is like 10% off. Hey, dollar saved, dollar earned. So I went ahead and did that. You're going to get 49 route miles built in circa 2012, thereabouts. You're going to get the DBBR 612 Regio Swinger, that silly multiple unit, which you see here in front of us, which is a tilting diesel multiple unit. You're going to get the DBBR 143 in Doppelstock. You're going to get the Railpool BR185.6 and Railpool livery, which I've been looking forward to because those look pretty spicy in that gray and blue, the gray and the blue stripe. You're also going to get the BR363 Shunter as well in the blue Bundesbahn skin. And you're going to get Rus-T Habens and Layers freight wagons. I'm sure I mispronounced those because they're just letters basically and not words. And you're going to get 6 scenarios and a 24-hour timetable. You're going to get tutorials as well. This is one of the tutorials we're going to be taking a look at here just to kind of get a feel for the 612 itself, and then we're going to take a look at the, what is it, 18.1865. The numbers drive me nuts. The 185.6 in the new livery. But it's quite loud here. We are currently in Chemnitz, by the way. I think we are. Yeah, we're in Chemnitz. Anyway, a little bit about this route. Tharandter is a municipality in the Saxony region of Germany, so therefore it is named Tharandter Rampe. Chemnitz is the major city to the west, which is also in Saxony, featuring a very large Karl Marx monument for communists. It's got a nearby reconstructed Red Tower, which was a remnant of the city's defensive walls from the medieval and before medieval days. And it's also the third largest city in Saxony after Leipzig and Dresden. There's also the Rubinstein Castle, I believe it's called, and it's essentially located in the Ore Mountain Range, or better yet, the Ore Mountain Basin, which the town and a lot of the route itself sits, and also follows along the Chemnitz River as well. Anyway, enough blabbing. We'll go ahead and show you the map. Yes, so we're in Chemnitz. We're going to head west, or the route heads west to Dresden. I believe the standard time for these services is about an hour. So even though it's only about 50 miles, it's about an hour. And it's the little bit I've seen so far, just taking pictures and stuff, is pretty damn pretty. Pretty damn pretty. That just rolls off the tongue. And here's Dresden back up in here. I'm not really going to go over Dresden itself because you get this town, although I believe some things have been updated and added that I saw. May not be. I probably just didn't catch them the first time around. But this was in the route that was part of the Rush Hour pack, Reisa-Dresden. So I'm not really going to go over Dresden at all. You know, fun facts, historical crap, none of that. If you'd like to see that, I would advise and recommend to go back and watch the video I made of that route. I'm basically going to just kind of go over what I can with what I know, the rest of the route itself. But this is the DBBR 612. A little bit about it. It's a 2-car or multiple set tilting diesel multiple unit operated by DB for regional services on unelectrified lines. Now, this line is very much electrified now, or it was even back in 2012, but they continue to run these anyway just to kind of fill a stock gap, because I believe they run between here and Leipzig, if I'm not mistaken. Built by what used to be Adtrans, which is now Bombardier. They entered service in 1998 through 2003. They have a max speed of 99 mile an hour or 160 kilometers per hour, and they've got a Cummins QSK-19 with 750 horsepower per car. They've got roughly 130 second class seats, 20 first class seats, They were developed to release the failure that was the DBBR 611. And little fun fact about these, when the ICE TD605 was essentially grounded and pulled off the rails because of an axle fracture, they were replaced by some of these, and they even painted some of these in the ICE livery of the white and red. It'd be cool to see somebody make that, which I'm sure is going to happen because people like to mod things. They're also used in Croatia. I believe it's the HZ7123 is the model there. But anyway, let's go ahead and drive this thing, see what it's all about. The model looks pretty nice. I've always liked this thing, and by always I mean about 3 or 4 months that I've had the Train Simulator 612 version from RSSLO. It's a pretty decent model. It had that crazy shiny coat to it. But it's cool because it's a DMU. I mean, a lot of Europe and a lot of Germany is, especially passenger trains, are electrified. So it's cool that it's a DMU. It's got the tilting function, although I've heard it can make you queasy. As with the Pindo, I guess you could say the same. But it's a good-looking model right off the bat. Dovetail's never that bad with the visual model. And I like the cover here on the coupler as well. It's a nice feature, a nice touch. It looks good. I mean, you can see the streaking along the side. It's a little bit dirty. It's worn down here. As soon as you get near it, you hear the brakes. It's not a bad looking multiple unit. It's really not. It looks pretty good. As far as I can tell, this is what they look like. They also had, I believe, a white, yellow, and black livery that were applied to some as well. This is neat, like little kids area here. I'm going to try and pronounce that. Kinderspielek. So yeah, this is your 612, and I'm going to try and not get murdered by a train, so let's go ahead and get up here. We'll get that on. They want us to go down to the end. Hop on board. Could hear the hum of that one. We'll check out the unit itself. First, we're just going to get through this. I'm going to drive it, see how it sounds and feels and all that good stuff. I cannot drive the service. Huh? What? Oh, you think you got to do the battery. Very nice. Okay, yes, you got to do the battery. Good deal. So we'll crouch down, open this panel, and there's our battery. Very nice. Let's see what else is down here. Let's dig around. Wonder if any of the PCB or CIFA, LZB. These things even have LZB. Yeah, PCB and CIFA, there you go. G&T, have no clue what that is. Alright, so we got to go down to the other end as well. Joy, joy. Pardon the pause. Needed a sip of my coffee. Climb back in. Pop this one on. Nope, not towing. There we go.
Take a seat in the driver's position. This is where you'll be spending most of your time.
There's Mr. Peddleson himself. The interior looks pretty good. The lights aren't on, mind you, so it looks a little funny in here. Without the lights on, you can't really see everything. The seats and the fabric look okay. I like these wooden armrests. Those actually look pretty nice. A little bit worn. Oh, that's nice down here. Kind of like lumbar support or something. It's not a bad looking multiple unit. It kind of reminds me of the English or British. I don't know, like a 153 or something, interior wise, or 156. Kind of got that same like setup and look to a degree. This doesn't look very comfortable here, the seating position. What is Odorin? Open the door, we'll pop that back on. Alright, and we will pop thy squat. Let's see if we can move the chair first. Negative. Negative. There we go.
Firstly, we need to activate the control desk.
Yep.
This DMU is powered by two Cummins QSK19 diesel hydraulic engines, producing 750 horsepower each.
Damn right.
The engines need to be started individually and are designated Engine 1 and Engine 2.
I like this
When
bit.
multiple units are connected, their engines are grouped by these designations.
The RSSLO
To start
612.
Engine 1, hold the Engine 1 start switch in the start position.
Get me every time with this narration. The 612 and Train Sim had this kind of very same, and I was hoping this one would as well. So this is pretty neat. Hopefully it's I don't think they start cold and dark, but you could shut them down if you wanted to.
Repeat this for Engine 2.
All right, that initial kind of rev up there sounded pretty bad. Sounded very synthesizer-y. It's like a didn't sound natural at all. You're not really going to hear this one because it's the second train essentially, so.
To enable hydraulic transmission, switch the power switch to on.
All right, so this is for the transmission.
Set the brake key to activate the train brake.
Got a brake key as well. Pop it in and turn it to the right. Here's our consist parking brake. So you got to pop this to be able to move.
The reverser determines the direction of travel.
That's right.
Take a quick glance at the platform to ensure all is safe before unlocking the doors.
It's got a nice thunk sound and that little beep there acknowledging. That sounded pretty good. Alright, unlock sit doors. We'll use this. There we go. And then you gotta hit release. Here's our headlights. There's a PCB. Got your wipers. Headlights reduced. I'll put them on normal so you can mess with here. Usually mess with the contrast. You got your brightness. Oh, contrast, no. 9.
It's time to get going. Set the doors to locked.
Sander desk light. Looks pretty good. We'll leave that on. Alright, so we're going to set them to lock all and then close them. Just listening here for a moment. Now, I've got my game settings turned up, volume via, you know, the file location that you do such a thing. I think to 150%. It sounds okay. It's got a nice light rumble. I do know that the interior of these, depending on where you're sitting, if you're a passenger, they're pretty damn loud from a lot of the YouTube videos I've seen. So it sounds alright. We'll see how the shifting and all that sounds. Now you open the window and you can hear the exhaust, which is nice. You can actually hear the chuff of that Cummins exhaust. You know, it sounds like a tractor. Let's see, what's the horn? This is the shunting panel. What is this? Nothing here. Oh, got a little booster seat there. Little jump seat. I don't think you can operate that. The interior looks well done. You know, it's pretty on par. Like, some of their stuff doesn't look that great sometimes, but it looks pretty good. You got some streaking going on here. Some nice bit of weathering. I do like this console, this blue. Very nice. I like the seating position in this as well. Bit reminiscent of the Hamster, the 442. The shading and shadowing and occlusion, ambient occlusion and whatnot looks okay in here. Looks pretty good. That doesn't look that great, but you know, whatever. It's a phone cord. I could really give a damn. This looks pretty nice up in here. It's supposed to be possibly a heater. Pop the cab lights on. Cab lights have a night. Oh, that's the light. Okay. Which can also double as a heater if you leave it on long enough. Top tip. Not sure what that is. Trash can. There's your emergency brake. We'll do the cameras here. Oh, what's this? Nice. Got a little electric blind. That's cool. Right on. We'll leave that down a hair. There we go. A very fine hair. One more over. I don't think these really do anything. That one's got contrast. It's weird the left one doesn't. They don't seem to do anything. Yeah. Sad. Outside. I gotta say, that sounds alright. The idle sounds alright. It sounds like it's got some cojones. It could be a little deeper. But, you know, sounds in this game have never been that great to begin with. But it sounds okay. I was thinking it wasn't going to sound that good. Now, the RSSL low didn't sound that great. Fortunately, someone made a patch for that for Train Simulator. Anyway, I'm going to shut up and get on with this thing, shall we? Release the brakes.
The combined power brake handle allows you to control acceleration and braking. To apply power, hold it in the forward position. The handle allows you to apply a specific amount of power. Once you have reached the power you require, letting go will allow it to move back to the hold position.
Yeah, so this thing's got an interesting throttle and dynamic braking, which you'll see here. So there's power hold. So essentially, you know, whether if you're using PC, you're going to just hit A, you know, for the throttle, or console, whatever the keys are for the console, and whenever you hit it, the power will apply and it'll drop back to hold. So it says apply some more power and reach a speed of 40 km/h, 24 miles per hour. So we'll start with like 10 just to get moving here. Up, and the horn. Well, you know, credit where credit's due. The sounds are okay. It's just that editing department, you know, needs to bump it up, I guess. You know, just to put it nicely. The loop on that's pretty bad. You know, people make sound mods for this, and they do it very well. And they have virtually zero loop. So for a company that's being paid to produce a product, you know, just being blatantly honest and clear here, that, you know, that could be fixed, stuff like that. So now some arguments could be, oh, well, you don't hold the horn down that long. Well, it's not really an excuse, is it?
Coasting is a method used to efficiently maintain speed and reduce motor stress and maintenance requirements. Moving the handle back to the middle will lower the engine power to 0. Keeping to speed limits is important. If you begin overspeeding, apply a small amount of brake by moving the combined power handle into braking and apply braking force in a similar way to applying engine power.
Alright, we're stopping at Flua. Alright, let's see how this sucker sounds exterior-wise. The joint and rail sounds seem pretty nice, I must admit. Animated fans. Here's your tips. Exhaust tips. Man, that's loud. We'll do a run by here. Try and do all the things like when you ask for in an official Dovetail streams, like pulling freaking teeth to get them to do. Just get them out of the way. Do a distant horn here. Now, it does seem a little quiet on approach, but these things are kind of like that. A lot of the video I've seen, you know, they're like friggin' ninjas. You don't really hear them until they go past, sort of like a jet. Sounds alright, and you know, with it being Dovetail and them not having the best track record with a lot of things, I'm immediately drawn to think, what could they have taken these sounds from and edited them to put onto the 612 from stock that was already in game? And I can't really think of anything. I mean, there's no, the only German diesels are locomotives, the shunters. So maybe they're legit sounds? They honestly sound okay. I'm a bit surprised in that department. I wasn't expecting much. You know, like with Sherman Hill, mind you, the prime mover sounds for the SD70 ACE, while the argument is it's the same thing as the 66, basically it's not, but it kind of is. You know, other sounds they did okay. So maybe this is a new page in their book. You know, we'll see. But the sounds, so far, so good. There's that transmission shift. Max power! I'd love to rock one of these things in the ICE livery like I was talking about a moment ago. They called them something different when they pulled the TDs out. They named them like 612.4. How they come up with these numbers is completely beyond me. I'm sure there's a very logical and over-engineered explanation behind it. But yeah, they repainted like 16 of them, I think. 16 units into the ICE livery. And by God, I gotta say right now, I'm not really supposed to be paying attention to the scenery, but this looks pretty fresh. The ground texture and the ballast as well. This is what it looks like in this area. It's got like a pinkish reddish hue, and it looks pretty on point, you know, like I'm digging it so far, but there's still a part of me being an American for American, you know, train sim products and add-ons that I feel like we always get the shit into the stick. You know, it's like that add-on to Dresden Reisa, that little branch. It's gorgeous. This, so far, looks amazing. Now, it's got that same kind of texturing in the ballast and the ground. And depending on how you've got the camera angle, the time of day, and I think a lot of it's got to do with the color itself, it's a lot less noticeable. Broke. I broke way too... It just sounds weird. I braked way too much. I'm trying not to pay attention to the scenery because we're going to hop around and look a little bit closer. Back it up, Chief. White line. Some people. Jeez. Alright, Flua. What's that, about 2 miles? Whoa. Weird noise. The lights still kind of look like trash. You know, lighting headlights and taillights in this game are not one of its strong suits. They're very just kind of faded looking, like they don't actually emit any light. The coloring is just, you know, it's like a friggin', you know, it's like the color of a depressing, like, office fluorescent light, you know. It's that color, and it's a shame because with Sherman Hill, the last American route that released, they got the headlight. I don't know what they did. I don't know if it was the paint on the SD70. You know, I don't know what it was, but the headlights looked good. They had that kind of natural look to them. Oh, listen to that braking.
You are now approaching the first stop. Apply a small amount of brake force using the combined power handle to achieve a comfortable and safe stop.
That sounds nice. Now, the rail noise, or the road noise, is a bit much interior-wise, I must say, especially with the window open. But aside from that, I'm liking these sounds. You can hear that hydraulic tranny shifting. Dude, that is all right. Ah. Stutters. You know, this is what it's all about. I've been screaming and crying and throwing tantrums for as long as I can remember about Train Sim or Train Sim World, and sounds are very, very important. And you know, is this a new chapter in Dovetail's book? Let's hope so, because this sounds all right. Nikes. The braking and acceleration feel fairly realistic. I've never driven one of these. I will never drive one of these. You know, but it takes time. It's got to build power and pressure. Nice little brake squeal. Hop up and check out the interior of the son of a biscuit. Where are the lights? How do you turn the damn carriage lights on. Is that, what am I missing here? It didn't say anything about it. There it is. Train lights. Of course, manual. And they're not lit. Why aren't they coming on? What the frig, dude? Am I missing something here? Whoa! The hell? What is that? You could like make a PZB techno song and have that sound in there. Should look into producing something like that. Yeah, I don't know what the deal with the train lights are. You know, and I will say, the dreaded M word, we don't have. There's no mother flopping manual. Oh, there we go. They're on. Well, what the hell? I hit them like 38.7 times. These decals look pretty nice. The coloring looks good, I must say. Like, Dovetail. Check this out. Real quick. Listen up. These lights look good. Okay? Train headlights, make them look like this. Okay? Good chat. Team break. Yeah, seriously though. I mean, if they can look this good interior-wise, why can't the headlights look like this? These look great. Got your thermostat over here. This thing is a rumbly bumbly boy. Oh, you got the little step lights. Nice. Wait a minute. I just thought of another DMU, the friggin' Networker Turbo. No, what was it called? The 166. Have I been hoodwinked? Are these those sounds? Just altered. They sound very similar. Now, yes, a lot of these diesel multiple units all over the world use the same, you know, engines. Cummins, Perkins, whatever. I'm gonna have to look in that a bit further. This is pretty neat though, the little kids section. I like these stickers. And the Doppelstock without a locomotive pulling it. That's interesting. Got little buttons up here for the lights. This is cool though. Nice little table there. Very cool. That's nice. For the cheering. All about the cheering. Run through here. Where's the crapper? Is this the crapper? If so, those are tiny. Yeah, I'm certain there's a lot of people that are like, oh, can you go in the bathroom with this one? No, you can't. You know, I don't really know, but I can almost 99.99% guarantee you, no, you can't. Here's the crapper. Yeah, somebody's up in there too. Somebody has some Taco Bell for lunch. You don't want to go in there anyway, so they're doing you a favor. What's up, dude, bro? Yeah, the lighting in here looks great. The compartments look nice. It sucks that we don't have any kind of appropriate posters or whatnot. Somebody done broke in the driver compartment. Yeah, this is nice. This is a nice multiple unit. Friggin' A, dude. Friggin' A. The destination. What is that? What is Oderon? Oederen. The hell is that? Alright, let's finish this damn tutorial, shall we? We got people to do and things to see. Alright, we'll use this bad boy right here. Lock them down. And lock them down. Did that work? There we go.
Proceed to the next stop unguided this time and see how you get on. An emergency brake test will occur during the journey.
Challenge accepted. I like that, man. But now I'm curious, did they take the 166 sounds and like do some kind of funkery? This sounds good. Oh, stop a location, Oederen. Okay, that's what it is. I thought it was one of those things that means like not in service or something, or special. It is a town. Got it. That sounds really nice, though. You know, kicking a dead horse with talking about the sounds. I like that it's got the... God almighty, it looks good through here. What are these, birch? Birch trees? You know what? Can we have an American route that looks like this, please? Do you hear my cries, train sim gods? I don't think they do. This looks really nice. They did something new with Dresden, and it's kind of spilt over into the Tharandter Rampe. Because this looks good. Me likey. But anyway, what I was saying about the sound, I like that you can hear some of the transmission sound in there as well, and not just prime mover and exhaust. Alright, we're going to do a run by full freaking chat here. Is that the river over there? Yes, yes it is. Now, one of the secrets about these kind of routes, just like with Clinchfield, is a lot of stuff is hidden because it's a, you know, like a little valley area. So will this be like that? I don't know. Time will tell. We'll find out. But, you know, it does help with performance, I think, because I've got max settings, max resolution 200%, a ton of INI commands, and it's running smoother than a baby's freshly powdered bottom. That was weird. Yeah, some of the sounds could use some work. That's funky. Alright, well, for the sake of time, to keep this video short, I don't think we need to go all the way to where we're going. So we're just going to move right along here. Alright, so back in the menu, this is what you got. So we'll click Explore. These are your training modules. I wonder if anything's different with the 1856. We'll find out in due time. Explore on foot. Here are your scenarios. Man, that thing's leaning like a son of a gun. Like it's about to fall off the rails. And the timetable. So, These are all the locomotives. Bear in mind, if you do not have any of the other German stuff, locomotives, routes, whatever, for Train Sim World, you will not have all of these engines, if I am not mistaken. The 143 does come with it. The Doppelstock does come with it. The 363 does come with it. The 185 and the Railpool livery does come with. This does not. This does not. This does not. Does not. 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 You know, I honestly don't know, because when I was messing around taking photos for the video, I was seeing a lot of substitution, which is one of the very cool things about the German stuff for Train Sim World 2, which I am equally salty about for not having these same kinds of things for the American stuff. Granted, a lot of the stuff is very region specific with America, so I get it. But yeah, it's because I saw one of these G6s, definitely saw some talents. I saw this bad boy right here, the 187, of course, which a lot of people hate, and that's probably because they don't have the sound mod, which sounds amazing, and LZB not working or something like that. But yeah, these are the locomotives that you get. If you click on the 612, you're going to get the single unit, which is 2-car, or the double unit, which is 4-car. Math is my strong suit. So you'll see here 22 services. Over here you got 14. So we'll go back over to the single. These are your services here, basically back and forth between, you know, Chemnitz and Dresden. All through here. Let's see what we got for... Let's look at the 143. Quite a few here. S services, looks like some regional services. All pretty samey same. Doppelstock, it's going to be the same as 143, just, you know, driving from the cab car. There's quite a few services there. 363, I love this thing. See what you can do with this little guy. Eastbound industry move. Alright, so it's all at Freeburg, and which I would like to note, Freeburg is not to be mistaken with the Freeburg near the, I think it's near the Black Forest, isn't it? That is Freeburg with a U in the Berg. This is Freeburg with an E in the Berg. So it's Freeburg, or Berg, or something like that. So that's neat. And this butte. Let's see what we got here. Zwickau? Zwickau? Zwickau. Interesting name. Auto train. Comes to a set of Habens, Freeburg. Let's check that out. Yeah, we'll hop in that one. It's midday. We should have some good light. So this is like the middle of the route here, Freeburg. Essentially, it may not be the exact middle of the route. It's a little bit more towards Chemnitz, but it's there. Let's go. Let's check it out. With Dr. Steve Brule. Great show. Yep. All right. Yeah, see, there's a G6 chilling right there. So if you have it, it will substitute. Substitute. All right, so here's our 185.6. It looks pretty good. Gorgeous livery. Very sharp on the lettering. The lettering looks legit. Too legit to quit. Flexibility for rent. Little blue stripe. That's a damn good looking engine. I'll take this over the red box any day. Any freaking day. I think that's all it is, though. Is a livery. Now, for those that live and die by Dovetail's official streams and their official forum, you know, they may know other things about this that I don't. Please let me know in the comments, as always, if you do know anything or have any questions, or you just want to tell me I'm an idiot. Let her rip. It looks good, though. Hop in this son of a gun. Alright, so it's got this. This is new. Not the hairiest clue of what the hell that says, but that is definitely new. Got that same old tired ass horn. Synthesizer keys 2 and 6 or whatever. Just want to see what it sounds like here. Dugon. Sounds like shit. Yeah, it's not that great. While the sound may be similar to the real deal, it just doesn't translate well in the game. Alright, I'm stopping, dude, bro. Alright, well, it looks good. You get a new livery, so that's nice. It's like the Bundesbahn little 363 in that livery, which is cool. Now, this is Freeburg, and it is nestled in some ancient lands as well. If I am not mistaken, there is a couple of castles yonder this way. Freeburg is a very large town, by the way. Just a little bit about it. If I can remember. Let's see. I think it's sort of like a tech center now, if you will. Do I have the right town in mind? I think so. Anyway, it used to be like a very large mining town or mining colony. But it is now on the Heritage Conservation thing called UNESCO. Which is, I think it's like a big tech center now. But it's prominent with solar technology, silicon, and things of that nature. And if I'm not mistaken, I think it's like the 3rd largest city in Saxony? Maybe? Or is that Chemnitz? I think just don't listen to me. I think I've got my stuff mixed up here. Reading's hard. Well, that's nice. These 2 bridges. Anyway, there should be a castle down here called the Tharandter Castle, which is now a ruin. It was built between 1240 and 1260 AD. And then a private builder or person had a private home built to kind of resemble the original castle, if I'm not mistaken. I believe it's down here. But the second castle that was built, you know, it's not like it was built yesterday. It's relatively old as well. It was built in the 1800s, if I'm not mistaken. I think we're going the right way here. Let me look at the line. See how far it'll let me go without booting me back. But Jiminy Cricket, man. This scenery. F and A. This is how you do trees, my mans. This looks amazing. And the grass, it doesn't have them crazy ass, like, you know, gigantic weeds that are 8 feet high that grow, like those. Like that we saw on Southeastern High Speed in the land of Ing. I'm hearing some ambient noises that sound new. I don't know what the hell that is. Maybe that's a Bigfoot making that noise. There are, this is a gorgeous region in real life, and there are some gentle rolling hills and mountains, and it's very, very pretty, I must say. I love it and I hate it, because, like, I want American roots to look this good. Is that so wrong? If it's wrong, then I don't want to be right. There we go. There's use of 2D farms. Asset stuff. That's fine. That's totally fine. That's what they should have done with Sherman Hill and all them crazy ass bushes that murder frame rates to death. Are we going the right way? Time is it? 10:50. Yeah, that's west. Should be. Should be that damn far. Maybe I mixed up in... Oh. The castle. No, the castle is in Freeburg. Yeah, it's supposed to be. I may just have to do a full run here, which I want to do so badly, but for the sake of time, because this video is already running on, if you've made it this far, I congratulate you. Because it's hard to do a general look and then do an entire run as well. We'll hop back in here, look around Freeburg. Let the scenery beep, 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 load in. Yeah. Anyway, pretty large yard here. This building is here. I'm not sure what it is. Some kind of freight shops, train shops or something. I don't know if it's DB or that subsidiary of DB that takes care of industry or maintenance and blah blah blah. I'm tongue-tied. Just rails and signals and things like that. The town looks pretty good. You can see those old tired-ass office buildings back there that have been used since the dawn of Train Sim World. Oh, this looks gorgeous. Look at this. Yes. Look at that. Dude, who the hell climbed down here? Friggin' Sylvester Stallone and Cliffhanger climbed down here to do some sweet-ass urban art. Somebody with some climbing equipment. I don't want to go too far down here, but good God, that's gorgeous. That is absolutely sexy. Are these new wagons? The color looks different. I think we had these before, but the color looks different. I don't know. It's obviously some sort of industry yonder. Got some gentle rolling hills. Big ass factory of some sort back there, which is very nice. Alright, let's go ahead and hop back and actually take a look at Chemnitz now. Alright, welcome to Chemnitz. This is Chemnitz HBF, or Hauptbahnhof. And the station looks good. It looks pretty damn legit. I've never been here. Again, sadly, probably never will be, but thankfully this thing called the Google exists, and you can see stuff like this. Some of the immediate station side scenery looks kind of like this road right here, but if I'm not mistaken, I think this used to be a lot of rail as well. Fairly large yard. This whole area used to be happening and hopping with rail traffic. And you'll see down this way a little bit, if they've got it built in the game, which I think they do. I think I saw it. Parking lot up here. So yeah, Chemnitz HBF, the station looks good. This looks really nice. Oh, and they put the tram lines in. Nice, okay. So they put the rails in, but you'll have to excuse my camera work. My apologies if you've already vomited. So there's a tram line that runs through here. Of course, they don't have the catenary and all that good stuff, but they did put them in, just like in Reisa-Dresden. You know, it looks okay through here. It looks as well as, say, Dresden HBF does. See if we can kind of sneak up on top of one of these with some tricky ass camera work. There we go. There we go. Nope. Yep. There we go. I don't know what the deal with that is. I'm thinking it's LGBTQ plus. Did I get that right? Possibly the smokestack yonder. The distant terrain looks good. There's a cathedral or church thing that they've used before. I love the buildings. You know, they've got that look, but they could look like they've got a bit more age to them, if you know what I mean. They're a bit too bright. This roof looks good. These panels here, that looks very nice. Looks very, very nice. Yeah, the town looks okay. It's got a good draw distance now beyond that. Just like when you're looking around London Vic in the Brighton line. Just don't come up here and you'll be all right, because that looks terrible. But there's really nothing else they could do besides building a ton of crap and just making your performance worse. So you can't have your cake and eat it too, sadly, like a lot of things in life. The station looks good. I don't know if this information display actually works. Burgstadt to Narsdorf, Greiten Bad Lausch. Looks like it does. These are empty. The lighting looks pretty good in here as well. From the actual lights themselves, the emitted lights. It looks like a big-ass German rail station. This is how they look. They're large and in charge. Usually with a lot of steel and glass. And, you know, it looks nice. The ground looks nice. The tracks look pretty good. That goes without saying. And I'm okay with the ballast and the ground textures in here. I really am. They look okay. There's some weird stuff happening with the track. I forget the term for the track, for the making it look like it's 3D or whatever. But I thought I saw that for a moment. It's part of the tram line here as well. This is the yard. Yeah, it used to be a very, very large rail trafficked area, Chemnitz. A lot larger than it is now, anyway. Up here is there's a couple of old roundhouses up here in a railway museum. Here's a little G6, so that's subs in. Little beastie, wee beastie. You got some rail shops back here as well. IRL, there's a ton of old stock sitting back here, possibly some like 218s or Ludmias that they store back here, or they did store back here. I'm not sure if they currently do anymore. And I think it scooches over. That's weird. It's like a snow texture right there. Literally unplayable. Yeah, this looks alright. They did good with the ground look. I do like it. It's, you know, it's that color, there seem to be stock sitting here all the time. Let's make sure we're going the right way here. Okay, yes, we need to go to the right up here. Wait a minute, did I go the right way? Yeah. Oh, what's this? Old tower? It looks new. Is that a new building asset? Ah, here we go. So here's one of the old roundhouses. They did model it. Very nice. Very nice. Just like on the Leipzig route. It looks good. I think there's two. There's either two here or two in Freeburg. I forget. Yeah, here it is. Second one here. Okay. Nice. That's nice. Okay. I like this. I like that. So they've got this one still mostly built. This one they're ripping off. But it's still got the steel truss and skeleton, if you will. That looks pretty good. It's all weeded up down here. Rail and stuff laying around. Got some dang dinguses spray painting everything. And then there is some sort of industry right here, but God, this scenery, like, I'm impressed. The scenery looks good, man. I'm not sure what this place is. I don't think it's rail served. Or are the tracks over here? I bet you it used to be rail served. The scenery looks good. I mean, they've got 2D trees and bushes yonder in the distance, you know, where you don't really notice, and it works. Yeah, so this used to be a large part of the rail yard as well, because this big blank open land here, and this bridge, or tunnel, whatever you want to call it, used to be the railroad as well. Here is, I think we're still essentially in Chemnitz. This is Hilbersdorf, old station as well. Seen better days. Got the boarded up windows with the plywood, some of the old brick and tile. It looks alright, man. You know, I'm trying not to be salty, but I'm gonna get a little sodium out here. When they showed the photos of Horseshoe Curve coming up from Skyhook Games, and they showed the MG Tower. You know, why didn't it look like this? Like, this is acceptable to me. And I'm sure a lot of people. Like, they didn't just slap a building down and have it look, you know, one and the same the whole way through. Like, it's nice. The stations look nice. The brick and the concrete, the drain. Man, can't everything look this damn good in Train Sim World? I'm trying not to be salty, but old clock here, Deutsche Bahn. Let's see if it's right. 9:37. It works. I'll be damned. The clock works. It's like some old signals up here, possibly. That's cool, man. That's cool. Still a bit of old rail there. Another has-been place. It's a bit more of the rail yard. Okay, this is the museum. I'm probably gonna bludgeon the name of it. I think it's the Saxicius. I think I swallowed a piece of my tongue. Eisenbahn Museum. Railroad Museum, right here. The old tower. They modeled it, you know, right on. They could have just put like trees or something there, but you know, stuff like this close to the track. And look at that, dude. Okay, so it's got its own realistic, unique look to it. This looks nothing like the two roundhouses back farther towards Chemnitz. It's got its own unique look to it. Very nice. That's still got the doors closed there. Back to back. to back to back at the turntable. Wiki, wiki, wiki. I wonder if it works. Excuse me, sir? May I? Dude, better get your damn tetanus shot before you sit on that thing. Son of a biscuit. Alright, so there's a bit of a problem. Railroads Online moment. Yeah, so it works and turns. It's got nice sounds, but this is there. So, yeah. We'll go ahead and document this, which I'm sure like 85,000 people have already, put it on the dovetail forum. We'll document it anyhow. Somebody's wig is floating, suspended in midair. So yeah, old rail museum. Sadly, there's nothing here. I think there's some old rolling stock here, some old steam engines. I have no clue what this is. Probably coal loaders, possibly. It's a very unique asset. I've never seen that before in this game. It looks pretty good though. Pretty good. Looks pretty good. Another tower down here. Man, the scenery looks good. Son of the biscuit. It's the other industry back here I think we saw earlier. This is where we were here. It's a fairly large yard. Look at the map here with the screwed up turntable. That's funky. It's like some sort of balloon loop back here. Alright, so we checked out Freeburg, which is right here. I really want to see if that castle's there. I think the castle may be like right here because there's a big lake or pond. It's fairly famous for the area. I would imagine they would put it in, because it's pretty big. Anyway, we'll hop over to Dresden now. Alright, so you must forgive me. For starters, we are not in Dresden yet. It is down the line that way. My dumbass was flying its flag a moment ago with the whole castle thing. I thought it was in Freeburg. I think there still may be some castles in Freeburg, but it's actually, the castle is in Tharandter. We are currently in Tharandter, and it's the Tharandter Castle ruin, which was built in the 1200s, and then the new castle, which was built in the 1800s. Jesus. I had it backwards. So anyway, we're in Tharandter. Not sure how you pronounce it. Just going to keep saying it like that. Dresden is over here. This is Dresden HBF here. This way goes to Reisa and the Dresden airport. This is where we were back here. Chemnitz. Anyway, this is the predominantly more kind of mountain and valley area, if I'm not mistaken. This area back in here, and it's got some like German Clinchfield vibes, very Clinchfield vibey. It looks gorgeous. That distant terrain doesn't look all that hot, but it's not loaded in, possibly. Other than that, the terrain and the trees look gorgeous. They didn't just slap any old tree. They slapped these, looks like birch, that kind of wood that peels off like paper. As you can tell as well, that lighting thing, the kind of night light and station lighting deal they did with Dresden, looks like it's still very much present here. Here's the station. There's the sign, Tharandter. It's got a very unique look to it. It almost looks like a hunting lodge or something like you'd see here in the States up in the Midwest or something. It's a nice looking building, and it is definitely fresh and new. Even look at the trim around these windows, man. That's hot. That is some hotness. See if we can go back yonder. It's a shame, This is what we get now. This thing right here. This is what train stations used to look like. It's a damn shame. I don't know if it's still in operation or not. It may be. So this way, I think, is the castle. Now this looks good. Okay. So one of the other issues that's always kind of been predominant, look at the little waterfall or dam there, with Train Sim World and water, whether they be creeks, rivers, you know, streams, brooks, whatever. The side has never looked that great. It's always just this abrupt dirt into water, and it looked terrible. This looks good because it's lined with rock. You know, this up here still looks crappy, and it's a very sharp edge, but it's a step forward, I guess. Alright, so this is the castle. Like I said, my idiot flag was waving in full display. There's I'm trying to see if it'll let me get up here. There's a little lake or pond up there that castle sits on, and it's not wanting to let me get over there, damn it. See if I can. I'm sure you can do it with the Unreal whatever thing people mod with. Anyway, I don't think that's the new castle. I think it's some sort of cathedral. This is the old castle here, the castle ruins built in the 1200s. So that's cool. That's very pretty, very nice. It sits on a pond. I believe you can't see it, but there should be a pond back behind these homes here, or a lake. I don't believe you can see it. But man, I feel like I don't even need to go any further. Just looking at the various areas I've looked at so far, this is a pretty route. Now, it's going to be something entirely different to see if CIFA, or not CIFA, but PCB and LZB and all that works, although I don't know if LZB is used out here. I don't think it is. Not seeing it, at least in this section. It's very curvy. But this is gorgeous, you know. It's like back when Mine Spessart Bond was released, and that was very pretty. But it's like updated, you know. New techniques and assets and sounds and stuff like that. But it is just gorgeous back here. We'll start heading east again. But I will look at these tailgaters. Look at these cars here. Like 4 of them in a row. What in the hell? It's like that movie, what was it? Human Centipede, but with cars. Auto Centipede. I mean, look at that. I mean, the lighting looks weird coming through the trees, mind you, but talk about pretty, man. Very nice. We'll go east a little bit, and then we'll pop on over to Dresden. There's a lot of open mountain, or rock face, if you will, in bits of this route, which is, you know, true to the area, very unique. Now, one of the things I did notice is, you know, it could be my I&I settings. I'm not trying to make excuses for Dovetail, but the rocks look very, like, purple to me. And when I think back on purple, we've got the trees that they like to stick in American routes that look purple. Look at this. That's a house tree. Little house tree. It's like a bonsai bush. It takes a millennia to grow. Must be very patient, young grasshopper. Anyway, but yeah, the rocks look kind of purple, and I harken back to the purple-looking trees for a lot of the American routes. And by purple, I mean obviously not the leaves, because that would be easy to see, but the wood, the bark itself, as a purple hue or color. Another station here. Who dis? Haynesburg West. Some sort of industry over here. Some sort of little branch line going yonder. But man, this is pretty. This is pretty. Freaking A, dude. Now this distant mountain looks like trash. But I don't think there's anything they can do about that. When you're down here, you're not really going to see it. But wow. Like, whoever laid the terrain and the actual rail network themselves and built the towns and all that good stuff, like, GG, man. Or woman. It looks great. Facility here. Oh, snap. What is this? Hold up. What are these? These smell like heritage rail cars. What the frig? Turbo bell? What? Is that a bell that goes ding 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 ding? Bad jokes are bad. My apologies. These look good, man. The hell? Okay. Alright. There's one over here, too. What the hell are those? These platform covers look very nice as well. This green painted steel. It just looks good, man. You know, and that's... especially as of late, that's what I keep coming back to with Train Sim World, is the German stuff. It's, you know, opinions are like buttholes. Everyone's got one. They usually stink. But in my opinion, the German stuff is where it's at with Train Sim World. It's, you know, you have the most options. It looks the best 9 times out of 10. Some pretty decent sounds. You know, the German stuff is legit in Train Sim World, and this is on that legit list again. This looks very nice. It's very detailed. It doesn't look like a Rivet Games route at all. Why it would, I don't know. I'm not even sure why I said that. But, alright. On to Dresden. Alright, we are now in Dresden. Like I noted in the beginning of the video, I'm not really going to go over Dresden too much because I feel like I covered that pretty thoroughly in the Reisa-Dresden route. So like I said, if you'd like to know a little bit more about it and see it in its entirety on that route, which I'm assuming is going to be the same as this, I would recommend you go and take a look at that video that I made of Reisa-Dresden. For Train Sim or Train Sim World 2. They're both pretty good. Anyway, we're just going to take a quick look over it here. So we are currently in the yard to the, what is it, west? Yeah, I get turned around out here. North is down and south is up. And anyway, we are in the yard that wasn't really modeled on the Reisa-Dresden. What did I just say? The Reisa-Dresden route. It is now modeled. It's full of stock. It's got all the rails. There's a lot going on here now. Wow, you can even see the tower in the distance. Damn. Alright. Over here is, like, the name eludes me, but it's sort of like Progress Rail or something for the States. It's like Germany's version over here. They have an office there. And garage. There's the power plant, and right off the bat, so this is one of the things I was talking about. I didn't know if they were going to update Dresden or not. This is most definitely updated. Unless they updated the Dresden, Jesus, saying Dresden and Reisa too many times is making me lose my freaking mind. Unless they updated that route on its own, this is new, these colorings here. The other route is not like that. Any of this stuff is hardly even here, to be honest, because there's another railroad museum back here as well. It's back down there to the left. We'll see if it's there anyway. We're heading up to Dresden HBF now. It looks fairly samey through here as far as I can tell. Getting heavier frames in here. Now, these right here, I saw these earlier, these old stands. I don't know if these were in the other route, but they look good. That old rusted ass steel. That looks good. I don't know if those were there or not. There's another one here and here. Because, reason being, this, things could be different because this is supposed to be 2012. The Reisa-Dresden route in its entirety by itself, the other route, I think that's modern, or more modern. So, I mean, we're talking a decade ago. It's crazy to say. It makes me feel very old, but, this is older. So there may be smaller changes, such as the station itself still looks fantastic. It's a damn good looking station. Looks like it's missing the canopy or something here. Love this station. There's the old town of Dresden. I feel like they didn't model some things with Dresden like they did in the other route. You've still got the two locos sitting here. Just like in Dresden Reisa. It looks fairly samey in here. Man, this place is hopping. A lot going on in here. Damn. He's very busy. Alright. It's kind of like a deer in headlights looking at all the trains there. Yeah, this stuff... See, these may have been torn down, these here. So, it dawned on me a moment ago, this is 2012. Many years prior to the Dresden Reisa route. So, there's that. We'll keep heading back this way. You can still see some of the stuff back there. There's a very old cathedral, opera house, all kinds of stuff back there. Over by the river. Let's see how far we can go this way. Oh, it's not letting me go. Alright, anyway, so the Reisa-Dresden route continues that way to Reisa. It hops on the other side of the river. So this is the Dresden yard. Got the little cages on there. It looks pretty good through here, and it's fairly busy. Just to account for frames, it looks pretty good through here. It's not letting me get over to those. The power station looks good. This looks nice. See, that's what I'm talking about, man. Instead of these plain buildings, give us this. This looks good. Give us this kind of stuff for every route. Make it look realistic. Complaint session 17 now over. Anyway, continue. Here it is. Here's the old little rail museum here. I don't remember this being here in Dresden Reisa. We've got some more garages over here as well. Here we go. There we go. Yeah, that looks very crispy. That's nice. It looks kind of samey as the ones over by Chemnitz. But it still looks good, and they added them, so. Brownie points for that. And this way you kind of head into the mountain range and these rock-lined valleys. And just to take photos for the video, like I mentioned earlier, I kind of rode through here for about 10 or 15 minutes or so and just was gobsmacked with how absolutely pretty it is in some areas. It's probably not fun having to walk through a building like that. A weird-ass, funhouse effect. Another big station right here as well. Big church back there. This is Dresden Plowing. Don't know. But it looks good. Aside from the purple rocks, I wish that could be kind of toned down to a more natural rock color instead of, you know, purple, like cotton candy. It just, like, look at this, man. Look at this. This is what I'm talking about. This is what we need. We need more of this. And, what the hell is that? I bet that's a little collectible thing if you're into that. I would be willing to bet whoever had a hand in the little branch line that they added to Reisa-Dresden had a hand in this, because it's got that same kind of vibe. But, purple rocks, man. Can't unsee it once you see it. And it's just, it keeps going and keeps going. There's a huge bridge right there. But as of now, because this video is probably well over an hour as it stands, because I just wanted to kind of encompass everything instead of one thing or just driving a train. In this first look, definitely not calling it a review, but I like it. I'm just going to say I like it so far. But I will be doing a full run. And will attempt to make a video of that as I do it the entire way in one of the swingy boys, the 612s. But that's it, guys. I'm going to leave you here for now. I thank you for watching, as always, and stay tuned for the next one. And we'll take a jaunt and nice leisurely stroll down this entire very beautiful route. But that's it. See you next time, guys. Take care.